5-question Friday. Fridays have become my favorite day of the week. Ask me whatever questions, I'll do my best to answer them. It's Friday, January 21st. Say it with me now. And it's a good day to be alive. First question of the day. Where did you shower while traveling across country? Planet Fitness. I also answered this question last week, so I'm not going to count it as a question for 5-question Friday. Next question. Hello from New Zealand. Hello, New Zealand. Gabriel, did you ever play rugby when you were in South Africa? And who do you think is going to win the Rugby World Cup this year? South Africa or New Zealand? And do you care to make a wager? Ooh, you have chosen to go to war with me. So, firstly, yes, I played rugby when I was in South Africa. Secondly, nobody is going to win the Rugby World Cup this year because there is no Rugby World Cup this year. It's taking place next year, September to October 2023. And no, I don't bet on sports games. All right, next question. Patty says you should repost all of your old videos. It's fun to rewatch and your new subscribers get a bigger picture of who you are. Why did you take them down? Short answer is copyright claims. During the beginning, I didn't really understand the legalities of using music that I didn't purchase the rights to. Later in my life, I actually purchased licenses and I purchased the right to use music in my videos. So I got like copyright claims. As a result, I decided to take a large portion of them down because I didn't want to run the risk of having my channel deleted. That's like the short version of it. The long format of it is I didn't really know what I was doing. I still don't. And I would make videos, whatever video came to mind. Like I was traveling cross country, I saw something cool, I was like, whoa, I want to share that. It wasn't coherent in any fashion. And I made what, 200, 250 videos across all my socials within the first year. And I look at that as practice. I look at those videos as very rough first drafts. And I took a lot of them down specifically because I wanted to revisit them and tell those stories in a more sophisticated manner. And not only that, the narrative that I want to build and I want to communicate on this channel is it's possibility. Like I immigrated to America, I didn't know anyone, I was unskilled, and within a matter of years I've been building my life progressively and I'm continuing to do so. And when I relaunched my channel, I did it with that narrative in mind. So I took down a large portion of my videos that were not congruent with that. Next question. What's your favorite cereal? Okay, next question. Kevin asks, good morning, my friend. Good morning. What has been the hardest on you with all of the COVID lockdowns and travel restrictions? The travel restrictions didn't really take a toll on me. The lockdown did. In 2019, I partnered up with someone and we started a mixed martial arts gym. And during the pandemic, the lockdown specifically, our membership dropped by like 90%, and it was catastrophic because the memberships They kept us afloat. They covered the overhead of the business and served as a separate stream of income for me. We are doing what we can right now to rebuild, and we finally got some momentum. But of course, there are challenges given the macroeconomic factors. In addition, my business partner and I, we built up the gym and its memberships during the day. Like, I would teach all of the day classes, and then he had a regular day job, and then he'd leave and he would take over for all the evening classes. And how I would spend my evenings was I was working as a bartender, and during the lockdown they shut down the bars for like a good portion of the year. And when the bars did eventually reopen, because of social distancing requirements, we could only seat 6 people at the bar instead of the usual 15 to 20. I kept working that job despite the dramatic pay cut because it provided some stability in rather uncertain times. And I stopped traveling and moved into this apartment. So my monthly overhead was significantly higher as opposed to just sticking to van life. But you know what? The COVID-19 lockdown taught me 2 very important life lessons. And I'm going to end today's video discussing both of them. The first lesson I learned during the lockdown was that no amount of time guarantees trust in a person. Like, you can be with someone every single day and not know who they truly are or how they view your place in their life until you're put in a situation where difficult decisions need to be made. Like, simply put, time doesn't define where you stand in a person's life. Circumstances do. And I think the lockdown was a stress test to people's character, including my own. The second lesson I learned during the lockdown was just how fleeting life can be. I don't mean life in the sense of, you can die at any moment, although you can. I mean how quickly the life that we are currently living can change radically. I wasn't as independent as I thought I was. I was working at a restaurant for tips. I built up the gym, and I built it as a membership-based business. A membership in which people can cancel at any time. I just realized that I will never be able to sustain any sense of security while having my financial well-being to be dependent on the generosity of others. I needed to make a change in order to regain a sense of control over my life. Simply put, I needed to adjust my target. Like, I needed to change what I was aiming at. So I enrolled in a mentorship program. In addition, the local community center where I'm currently living, they offered night school and night classes, which I enrolled in to expand my education. And I'm continuing to do so, because I'm in the targeting phase and I know what I'm looking for now. I'm looking for a business model that can afford me the ability to sustain the change I want to make in my life. In one of the night classes I took, the teacher said that the most important skill that one can develop for business and for life itself is communication. To learn to tell better stories. I realized that she was right, and I returned to YouTube the next day. Because regardless of the views or the subscriber count, I know that using this platform, I can tool myself into becoming a better speaker, a better storyteller, a person better equipped to pursue the life they want. I'm changing my target, and I'm developing myself into someone who is capable of reaching it, because I really want to make these changes for my life, and I'm willing to do whatever it takes in order to do it, because if you aim at nothing, you hit nothing.